is hardly any money in the reserve for either side, though.
He's out the gate here. Incendiary is standing. AK is on towards short for Kyler. M4 set for Red Star. Trying to take first face and first contact.
They're aggressing long on the city side, so they're actually pulling their attention away from this A bomb site when this split's coming in through short.
Bialy gets that kill on Flames as a result of it. 5 on 4. Orp rotating to support M4 of Red Star looking for his way in. Ivan's going to get dealt with on a backstab for Bialy. And this might be a safe call for TIKITAKAN. They've got no money. Yeah, they're out of there. They're saving. Slow and methodical, but good enough for AVEZ.
Yeah, I really like that round. The way that Bialy's able to get a couple of kills. So what's really nicely of what Bialy does is he's the single lurk out from long with 4 players up from short. He just fakes out his attention away. So he draw 2 CTs into getting aggressive. And from there, to find 2 kills in the round, it's an instant save. And the T's are going hunting. They realize how important it is to try and take these M4s down. Even if they get 1 more, it's going to make the buy really awkward in the next. Because there's hardly any reserve to work with. If they had 4 M4s in play, then you could maybe see them force the issue going into the next round. I don't think they can now. Well, I don't know. Like, they're going to get 2,400 next round. It's tough. Like, it's a tough call to make. Yeah. Ah, nice one,
No, no, they're going to force.
Come on, mate.
If I was in this situation, I'd go for the save personally. You know, you've got a little bit of firepower, but just, you know, suffer the hit now and then, you know, try and back in on round 26. The TIKITAKAN, they don't want to go to round 26 again on the deficit. They want to go in with a lead. And to be fair, their force buys have been a little bit ridiculous. Set up here to the defensive. They're all stacked in. Only 1 player on B side. This is about to get real ugly for Spinks. AVEZ set with the smokes and the flashbangs. They're going to walk out. Kai first man to receive. They do find a quick trade. Flash back in from Flames. SMG going to burst out at long range. They do blind off 1 player. Markosh there with a kick. And now it's all left to a 4-on-3, which TIKITAKAN don't want to have any part of. They're saving. They have no choice.
Oh, this is awkward. That is just... For AVEZ, right, they've been very slow on their defaults. They're really taking their time. They're getting mid-control. They're establishing longhouse with like 50 seconds on the clock. And then you get into this round where they just execute B, and they've only left Spinks there. He needed to find at least 2 or 3 kills if they wanted to go for the retake. The fact that he 1-for-1 trades, it's not enough. And straight away, Flames gets taken down, the rotator out from mid. And that's it, round over. 13 on the board from AVEZ. And this is really where the pressure starts to build up for TIKITAKAN. But putting 10 rounds up in that first map and losing it on AVEZ's map pick of Overpass. Now on Dust 2, this is their chance to at least take us to a 3rd. But I tell you what, Jay, I'm getting worried and worried round by round at the moment. Because this is 2 in a row for AVEZ. And again, the money is awful. It is absolutely awful.
The issue with the force buy.
Do they force again? Because they've got 3 weapons in play. Looks like they don't. They're quite, yeah, they don't. Bit more. I mean, smart,
that would wreck the economy even more. I think if they went for that. If they went for another force buy 2 in a row, like I would have saved them in the last round regardless. But you know that's the issue when it comes to those force buys. If you do it, you take a massive risk. And AVEZ could be on to 14-12. But the SMG comes up. Takes the opening frag for Jaws, so that's a way in now to let the AWP and the AK do the rest of the fragging. I say that, and there's a Deagle there on site with a 2nd player, a 3rd player, I should say, joining them. That's Jur. First frag in this round, playing close here, smokes up against him, and Flames Jur pops out, sprays manically, and Red Star gets that pick. AWP missing his shot. 4-on-3, and TIKITAKAN going to gain the man advantage, but they have conceded the bomb site here. Flames to fall next, up even standing, and Ivan looking for his jump shot. Will he find it? I don't think he'll try it for it. Yeah, bomb partly secured. Flick back, Bialy catches him. 3-on-2 situation now, and TIKITAKAN at his major deficit.
I can't believe they're still going. They've got an AK to try and save, and, well, the kills keep coming through. A 14th round now up for the Poles, and I even think with the AWP being that aggressive, I didn't like it. They would have realized straight away in a round that they didn't force, that the main objective, hold on to those two weapons, the AK and the AWP, because look at what they're bringing into 27. It's M4s for 4 players, there's no kits, there's an MP9 up for Ivan, and a massive deficit in terms of utility.
Yeah, this is not looking good for the CT side, and you know, with the investment coming through here, they've got so little to work with. 4 M4s, an SMG, 2 smokes, 2 flashes. If AVEZ win this, TIKITAKAN have nothing to force back into round 28 with. At that point, we're probably going to be seeing a 2-0.
I think that was just a desperation retake in that last round. They realised the importance, what they would have been able to achieve if they win it, and that just comes off, the lack of experience that this team has working together. That play was just too risky, and it doesn't pay off. TIKITAKAN, they've got 2 flashes left. So as soon as this execution comes through, there's no way of them really stopping it.
The smoke's down, Molotovs from long, just to ensure that their attention is drawn between both entrances to this A-bomb site. And TIKITAKAN need to go nuclear if they want to hold this defense. Smokes up, 3 players to hold it. Bialy drops in the CT, checks out behind him as well, looking towards long. The player at long is completely blind. His back's turned. Bialy gets that frag, wraps around, sees one of right back, 2 kills to his name. Not quite a 3K in the end. It is stolen away by Kyler. Bialy going massive there on the retake, or the actual take, I should say. 1 versus 4. 1 frag for Spinks, at least gets 2 frags, but this is not going to be a round that he can win.
Bialy. My goodness. Just what a round. And it always seems when we're casting this AVEZ side that he may not put up the crazy stat lines and hit the most crazy shots. But there's a round where you need to win. He can be the one to step up at any time. The flash coming in for him, peeks out towards long, clears out the bomb side. 3 massive kills for the veteran. And we spoke about what could be the buy for TIKITAKAN in that next round if they lose it. The economy is in shatters once again. It's going to be FAMAs. There could be MP9s. It is not going to look healthy.
They needed this M4 to stay in for Spinks. Like, if they had left it, then that would have been nothing. That would have been just such a pure force buy to get them back into this one. And they're taking a tactical pause as appropriate here. TIKITAKAN 1 away from losing. AVEZ 1 away from qualifying. At least it's a consolation prize that AVEZ will not be eliminated just yet. But they will have their last chance in round 5. So, you know, ideally not go that far for the CT cap. AVEZ, though, currently in position with the full rifles, full utility. AWP for Markosh versus so little from the CT camp, it might not even be worth breaking it down. Spinks does drop that M4 off the Red Star, so at least they have a second rifle to work with, and that's the options bought by saving the M4. But FAMA for Jaw, SMG for Ivan, Flames, another SMG as well. 1 full set of utility, limited by a factor of 2 to 3 by every player otherwise. And this is going to be such a tough round for TIKITAKAN. AVEZ straight into the defaults here. They want to close it out.
Yeah, they want to close it out right here, right now. If you want to close it out, it's got to be a round like this where the CTs don't have a lot to work with. You give them any more rounds and potentially their buy gets stronger. AVEZ out towards the mid default, faced with a little bit of aggression out through short for the meanwhile from TIKITAKAN. They're looking to try and take a fight immediately.
Ivan close flash in from Flames. Do they evade it? No, they don't, but they find the trade anyway. Bomb does get recovered by Kyler. Another SMG around the corner takes that frag back. 2 for 1 trade. That's more like it for TIKITAKAN. 2 for 1. Bomb in their control. They're still going to hold that short position. Nora is creeping up, though. No one's watching long. This SMG does not have the range to deal with this player. He's waiting for something to face towards him. He's waiting for over-aggression. With his short control, though, it won't come to long. He's going to have to force the issue.
He's waiting for his teammates in lower tunnel to pull like some sort of a distraction away, but he's been seen. This element of surprise is now here. They're sandwiched out from Lord Tyler. He gets caught with a flash out, and Marcos is now getting hunted. They are just peeking him all together as a unit, and now Nara is the last one left. Distraction play not working out. What a round going the way of TIKITAKAN.
That all came down to perfect timing. Timing on the flashbang, timing on the second place, timing with the player coming out with the flashbang at the right moment, getting caught with utility in his hands. TIKITAKAN had no right winning that round from my perspective, but they've done it. 13 to the CT board. And AVEZ, the most unluckiest circumstances. They have lost momentum when they've lost rounds like that before, though. And the main thing for them is not to lose confidence, is not to break off the back of that loss. They've still got 2 good buys in at least. And for the last 2 rounds, you know, it's perfect chance to close it out.
You say that, but they're going to probably need some bomb plants to try and help them out. They can't have rounds where they're just not finding a lot, trying to keep that economy low on the CT side. AVEZ, a round really that they probably should not have lost going into 28 at TIKITAKAN, but they stay alive, Jay, only just.
Minute and 10. The T-side forces have short and top mid control. Well, bottom mid, because it's at the mid doors, but nades on to do some damage. That's a great start for TIKITAKAN. No frags just yet, but it will weaken Bialy. And Nora and Kai to a lesser extent, but weaken them nonetheless. Nora trying to take face out towards this short position as it's Red Star standing by with the AWP first face in from Kai. Smoke down will buy him the breathing room, cut off that goose position. The Molotov's down as the T's try and hold face. They're running out of time to go for the execution, though. 3 players total to defend against it. Nora, if he gets this first pick on Ivan, he'll take away a crucial piece of the defensive and the rotator from long. Smoke's down, and here come the T-side. Red Star ready for face. Trying to evade flashbangs. Molotov's out. It's Flames, however, with the AK. Takes spray on one man. Nora gets Ivan. It's all on Red Star. If he goes down, it will be round over, and indeed he does. Jur coming up against the AWP. Can't deny the bomb punch. Almost gets the shot, and no, it's just secured. All to Jur. 1-on-2 situation. Got Bialy on site, flash over. He doesn't take face. But Norok takes that chance to wrap around his second flash over, and Norok closes it. 16-13